A few people today asked me about Hitbox streams. A few people asked me about when I'm going to try out some more Hitbox. I think I might have to retire the Hitbox. The thing is that I like Hitbox a lot. I'm a big fan of Hitbox so far, but both times I've tried to play Hitbox, the exact same thing has happened to me. It's really hurt my hands.
Hey, people, hope you guys are all having a wonderful day. Today I wanted to go over something I feel like a lot of the FGC community are not in agreement with. And I'm going to tell you why. It's because there's bad actors out there. There's people who will purposefully lie to you. There's people who are misinformed. And there is sort of a monopoly going around in the FGC. I thought about this video quite a lot, and that is, what is the difference between like a pad and a keyboard and a Hitbox? Now, I have a keyboard, I have a Hitbox, I have a pad, and I just wanted to go over some things real quick. So let me grab my Hitbox right now. Right, I got a Hitbox right here. Right, you got an 8-button layout. Right now, I don't think I have to tell you that the normal arcade layout is bad for hands. So like the normal 8-button layout or the 6-button layout. The reason why is because your hands here, right? So all the fingers, like your thumb, your index, and your middle finger, they're all connected to one joint, right? And your pinky and your ring finger are not, right? So when you're doing like these big massive button layouts that require you to use your ring and your pinky finger, you're doing something that's unergonomic. It's bad for your hands. It can easily give you like carpal tunnel or something like that. So, and it's also just like not intuitive, right? So all of these buttons combined make up the same amount of buttons as a pad, right? Now, what is the difference between a pad, like the core difference between a pad and like a Hitbox? Well, you're only using your middle, your index, and your thumb. Your three best fingers. And what are they doing? Well, two of them are strapped down on both of the trigger buttons, right? And you have access to four buttons with these middle and your index finger, and all of these other buttons with your thumb. And thumb is your best finger, right? You can also do stuff like sort of hit 2 buttons at the same time. You can hit all the buttons at the same time. That's not something you can do with something like this, right? It's hard to hit 2 buttons at the same time without macros. And the thing is that you have so many buttons now that you can add macros. But you know what also can get macros? Pad, right? So like simultaneous like button inputs are also enhanced on pad. Now, same thing goes with keyboard, right? You can hit 2 buttons at the same time very easily. Part of the problem with Hitbox is the layout. Hitbox has not tested their layout with like. Do you think they're consulting doctors when they're building out their layouts? I'll tell you right now, from like what I've heard from interviews from testers, is that they don't give a fucking shit about your hands, dude.
We struggle with like the other half of the problem, which would be the ergonomic concerns with this controller.
Hey guys, it's Hex. In this video I want to go over my involvement with the Smashbox team, how that relationship got soiled, and why the box was a very necessary thing, not just for my ability to play Smash again, but for those interested in this type of product. I will always stand by every move I made to get here, as without me and the box team, the consumer would be pigeonholed into buying an incomplete product from a company that is only interested in your money. The Smashbox team has had the audacity to publicly accuse me of only caring about myself and money. I want you all to know that the main reason I don't stream is that I don't feel right about the amount of money streaming yields. Please take that into consideration if you doubt my intentions. This video will prove that I took the absolute most moral route possible with the Smashbox team. For 2 weeks, I R&D'd their product for 15 hours a day, constantly providing feedback about improvements that needed to be made. Some of these improvements were so blatantly obvious that most people would suggest them within minutes of using the controller, which is why it means nothing when they say they've been working on this controller for 6 years. Others were more subtle, things they really should have had someone like me on board for a long time ago. Without fail, every single suggestion I made was shot down. Over the course of these 2 weeks, it became clear that the Smashbox team had neither the means nor the intent to change their product. In fact, there was an eagerness to rush a product that they were well aware had tons of flaws, as they likely knew that the fad of an ergonomic controller alone would sell. I'll say it right now, until the Smashbox improves their product, their current iteration is neither an ergonomic controller nor a viable controller.
But yeah, so like these you can put your buttons wherever you like. You can hit 2 buttons at the same time very easily. And you know what? See, if you buy a really good keyboard, you can use that for other things other than video gaming. And with pad, you can do things other than play fighting games. Hitbox, you can only play fighting games with Hitbox. You know what I mean? So yeah, why is this? Well, I don't have to tell you. I don't have to like explain to you too badly that all fighting game players are not making bank, right? So like, if you think you're gonna just pick up Street Fighter tomorrow and start doing all these major tournaments, all this traveling, all these airplane tickets, like it costs thousands to even participate. People have to work full-time jobs, you know, they have to work part-time jobs and like practice so they can be into it. This is why this is a young man's game in a lot of ways as well. But who do you think is like the #1 sponsor for pro players? Hitbox. Hitbox is paying players to use their layouts, and that is the key thing. Is like when you see all these custom controllers and stuff like that all these YouTubers are trying to shill to you, they're being paid to do that. It's not like they're actually good. You think? I get it. A lot of people are like, oh, SSD. I get it. There is some concern there, but you can do everything that you can do on a Hitbox with SSD with a pad. You can put directional inputs into your buttons on a pad and do SSD. It's not something you can't do with a pad. In fact, if you're playing Tekken, it's actually one of the easiest ways to get like a 1-button wave dash, right? And like it's the core issue with this here is that everything you can do on like Hitbox you can do on like keyboard. So it's like why is everyone like suddenly saying it should be illegal and is overpowered now, you know? Anyway, this is just been my little rant about input methods. I might do have a bigger one, but if you're thinking about changing input methods, just really think too as why you're going to do it. Look into, if you're going to buy a leverless, do not buy Hitbox. You want to find one with like a sort of custom layout that is good for your fingers. And or sort of like you want the buttons all to be on towards the center, so you can use your middle left, your index finger and your thumb, you know, not all onto the right where you have to like put your pinky over 2 fingers to do certain moves. Anyway, that's my little rant on input methods. I hope you guys all have a wonderful day.
Hey, what's up guys? I'm here with Broly from Brownsville, Texas. One of the best Chun-Li players down here. Broly, I have to say, you know, you have an interesting situation here.
Right.
But I mean, everybody just saw you beat a Rufus player.
Right.
And you don't normally, you don't play like everybody else does.
No, I don't.
Tell us a little bit about how you play.
Well, basically, I'm incapable of using my hands fully. I can use this hand very little, but I'm able to use the right trigger. Basically, the way I play is use my cheek for the control stick, and then my tongue goes through the roof of my mouth, basically, to press every button. And I'm basically accustomed to playing it already, because I've been playing since I was 2. I've been playing video games since I was 2, and I already know the button layout and everything, so that's how I usually play. That's the only way I play, basically.
Wow.